everyone. This is the weekly forecast. We're going to be working with Archangel Micheal. And if you saw the previous video, it started out to be a weekly forecast, and then I started thinking, okay, well, we got Micheal. Why don't we ask him about what's going on with the government systems and the Roe versus Wade and women's rights? So I had a whole video of him talking about it. So if you haven't seen it, go into the previous video before this one. Now let's just get right into it. We're asking the guardian angels to place us in a protective shield of light. So we're getting our protection on. They're blessing our week. We're still working with Micheal and the red color. And he is bringing in this red frequency of light and placing around our energy and aura. And he said, just pause for a moment, close your eyes, put your hand on your heart. I'm accepting this energy cleansing from Archangel Micheal. He's clearing out fear, worry, and doubt. He's giving me ideas about the future, how I can work on myself or affect my areas to help with what's happening in the government systems and what's the overall underlying agenda. Help me to understand why this is really happening. Thank you, Micheal, for protecting me throughout this week. Now let's see, what do we have? Our theme card for the week. Thank you, Micheal. Our theme card is Cougar and Confidence. Be bold and take charge. So we did get this card previously as well. And Micheal is saying he wants you to, instead of having a victim mentality or just being submissive and accepting things in your life, speak up about it this week, okay? Take charge of it, or see where can I support people that are struggling, or other women where they're not able to have services now because of different laws. What can I do to be the change in the world? That's what Micheal is saying. That's his overall message. Now let's see what's the energy. So usually I will pre-shuffle this stuff because it's easier for me to do readings, and because they tell me where to stop. I don't sit there and just shuffle until something flies out. That doesn't work for me, okay? I hear everything about what to do. Okay, so let's just see, what do we need to be aware of for the beginning of the week? Monday, Tuesday, what's our energy? And we have, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the weekend, and a bonus card. Okay, we have It Is What It Is. Now, this is about, what I'm getting from Micheal is people being, again, we get things about what's happening politically for people and women and injustice in general. And Micheal is saying that have acceptance about the situation rather than allowing things. So this could also be in your career, your love life, family. Anything may arise where you feel like it's a ball of energy and you just keep thinking about it and ruminating on it. And you're blowing up this energy and creating what you don't want. Focus on instead things going the way that you would like it. He's saying utilize the law of attraction, utilize your spiritual gifts, focus on what makes sense for you. Okay, I'm accepting things the way that they are. This happened, okay? I'm not going to resist it, but what could I do on my end to shift it into a better direction? Okay? Radical acceptance. Now, the middle of the week, we have a deep breath. So this may be people being all fired up and taking action for the beginning of the week. It could also be, since we're in 4th of July, when people are honoring their veterans and things like that for the beginning of the week. So you'll spend time with your family and that. And this may be accepting things about your family. Or like, okay, uncle always does, every time we get together, our uncle does this and we don't like it. Like people's behaviors or consumption of alcohol, whatever. I'm just giving examples, okay? I'm not saying it's exactly going to happen for each person, but it's a behavior chain. So notice, okay, if you meet up with family and friends over 4th of July, okay, I got to accept, me sitting around griping about another person with family members is not going to help the situation to change or get better. So what could I do instead? Okay, have a plan of action if you're going to meet up with relatives or family. And then there's always that one relative that people have problems with, or you're worried somebody's going to fight or whatever, you know, things like that. That's what they want people to think about. So again, take what fits for you out of it. Not everything in this is going to resonate, okay? So Wednesday, we have a deep breath. So this may be the calm after the storm, okay? If you were the person, you got all fired up and you're like, okay, I'm upset about the political system and that, and you start looking to see where you could support women in your area or other people, or, you know, or that you were at that barbecue with the relatives and they're, you know, having some discrepancies. Now it's time to relax. Okay, make sure on Wednesday that's your downtime. That may be people going back to work, they're back in the grind of things. Make sure that at least you're scheduling maybe some meditative or restorative yoga in the evenings, or you're, you know what, I'm gonna go and run a mile, or I'm gonna just go out in the forest preserve, or I'm gonna journal. You know, what I get is, make sure, even if you have to get back to the regular work week, that you have that downtime, okay? Now for Friday and the weekend, we have "And to Me I See." This may be, again, you getting back into yourself over the weekend. Okay, it's time to calm down. I'm focusing on me. And I'll give you an example from me, guys. I'm gonna be visiting friends and doing things that are important to me. I'm not bringing everybody else with me. So I feel like that is good for everyone. If you can do something where you get away for a while, or you go to a retreat, or just you make your own retreat at home. Okay, nobody bother me on Saturday from noon to 6, okay? I'll deal with the problems later. I gotta do stuff for me. This is for the moms, the stay-at-home moms, or the stay-at-home dads, or whatever the case may be. Make sure that you have that time for yourself. And then our bonus card is Close Encounters. Now this could be going on an adventure, meeting new people, traveling over the weekend. I often tell people, and the angels tell me also, tell people to get away for the weekends. You know, if you work Monday through Friday and you're able to leave or do something, look in your area, your neighborhood, your state, and see, okay, what have I not visited? What have I not seen? What restaurants have I not tried? Where have I not been? What art could I see? You know, and go out and do it. You know, go to a bed and breakfast, go to some forest reserve 2 hours away, and you can stay with your partner and enjoy yourself as well, okay? They are guiding me to get out the trigger deck. So this is one that I bought off of Etsy. I love to support my fellow Etsy people. My Etsy shop is in the link in the description if you're interested. This is from Lynette Mercado. And Lynette Mercado, Total Divine Products. And we're going to be pulling from the Triggers Oracle deck. So remember, trigger warning. This card may be something to pay attention to for this upcoming week that you notice that you do. It could be a journal activity. You like, okay, that's an interesting question. I have experienced this. And you write about it. Okay, what else does this mean for me? The card that Laura pulled. Or it could be you notice other people doing this and you can work out, okay, when I'm noticing these other people, something I'm saying is triggering them. What could I do in the future to help them to work through it, or for us to talk about things? Okay, so let's see. What does Archangel Micheal want people to focus on? He's giving me one from the bottom, one from the top. Okay, we have, I will start an argument when I cannot verbalize my feelings correctly. I will start an argument when I cannot verbalize my feelings correctly. Sometimes this could also be about where you're picking up on a part of a conversation and you don't hear it all the way, and then you jump in and you're like, oh, okay, and then you could think something of that it totally doesn't fit for what happened, and then it could start a fight. So that's just an example. Okay, so that's your trigger card. We have one more. When I change When change needs to happen, I begin to procrastinate. Now, I can identify with this one, guys. This one's probably for me, and anybody else that identifies with it. When change needs to happen, I begin to procrastinate. Now, if you're like me, oftentimes I know that there's things that I need to do, but for whatever reason, my confidence is affected or my insecurities come out, something gets triggered, and then it takes me, something I could have done in a couple of days takes me months to do or weeks. And the angels want you to think about it. Now, the guardian angels are saying this is from us. Think about it. How can I close the gap so that it doesn't take me so long to do the change? What can I work through? My feelings of insecurity, my fear of the unknown, people judging me. Is it going to be successful? Whatever the case may be, I'm going to focus on. Now, they said they don't want me to give you an answer. They want you to focus on how can I close the gap when I know there's something I got to change, and then I just keeping myself busy so I don't have to work on it, for example. That's a lot of, people do that a lot. What could I do to make it shorter? So then I process my feelings, I work through my insecurities, and then I can go and do what I need to. Okay? All right, guys, so that's all the energy that we got for this week. I'm going to go ahead and stop here. Take care.